The Voice of Stockton. For more information on The Voice of Stockton, go to thevoiceofstockton.org.
This is KBCC 89.5 FM, Tracy, California, Peace and Justice Network of San Joaquin.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS The Voice of Stockton or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
Da 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 da, shabba da do da da da, shabba da dee da da da, shabba dee da do.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another amazing episode of Women in Business here on The Voice of San Joaquin. And now, without further ado, allow me to introduce you to your host, Chef Tobias Cooks.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Chef Tobias Cooks here with Women in Business with the Voice of San Joaquin, formerly known as the Voice of Stockton. How are you, Edward? How's everything going?
It's going pretty good. How are you doing, Chef?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. How was your holiday, your Mother's Day weekend? Everything's great?
Went pretty good. Got my mom a coffee from Dutch Bros.
Yes.
We watched some movies on cable and everything. You know, it was pretty fun.
All right. That sounds like my type of party. Yes. I love it. I love it. Thank you for joining us this morning on Women in Business here in the San Joaquin. I am so excited to be with you. It is still May. We are still celebrating May.
Yes.
For my own personal reasons.
Exactly.
Birthday month.
Birthday.
Hello. Yes, we are coming to you here today, this morning. I have a very special guest. I am so excited about this guest. I know it took us like forever to get this going, but that's okay. That's what we do in Women in Business, right?
Exactly.
We wear so many hats. We do so many things as long as we stay in contact with one another. But let me tell you, I'm going to have her introduce herself. She is all the way here from Sacramento.
Yes.
So excited. So let's go ahead and get this started. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Tina Cates. I am the actual founder of the Big Girls Food blog in Sacramento. And I actually host a show called the Food Symposium, Meet the Chefs event. I do that usually maybe twice 2 or 3 times a year, but I'm doing it now every other month or so. So yeah, I would love you guys to come out. My next show will be June 9th at the Brazilian Center for Cultural Exchange.
Yes, so this will be your third show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. So I met you. I have to give him a shout out because he's a big baby.
Yes.
Chef Richard Purnell.
Yes, Chef Richard Purnell. I've known him. Yeah, our first acquaintance was in poetry. Actually, he was a poet. And I found out he was a chef later on.
Yes.
And, so that's how our relationship started.
Yes, and he is a really phenomenal person. He networks really well. Chef Richard Purnell, I'm trying to get him down here as
definitely.
well.
You got to get him down here.
Yes, and he actually was a guest chef at one of my events when we did Black Family Day.
Nice.
And then he had invited me on to do the African American wine with him in Santa Rosa. So that was pretty good as well. So, yes, I'm so excited. We got a chance to meet and we just been, vibing ever since.
Yes.
And so thank you for coming all the way from Sacramento.
Thank you for inviting me.
To come here. So we are talking women in business, but we're both chefs. We're both in the culinary industry. And Chef Tina is wonderful in the community. She is very well known in the Sacramento community. Also, not only with food, but with music and poetry. Also, she represents a lot of local up-and-coming artists. And I just love your platform. So thank you for coming.
You.
All right, so let's get into it. The
Okay.
Chef Symposium. How did that come about?
So the Food Symposium. I started out a few years ago with some home chefs, and with that, we had a group I was in called Rhythm and Poetry, which we would do every single week, and I would invite my chefs out there to cook. And then we got a promotion basically to go into a new place. So we ended up getting a contract with the Brazilian Center, and the Brazilian Center was going to do all the cooking. So I had some bakers, but not really chefs. When I finally left Rhythm and Poetry, I did talk to the CEO, and she was like, whatever you want to do, this is your house.
Yes.
I said, perfect. So as of January 20th, actually, the bill was passed for home chefs. So I said, okay, let me just bring my chefs in. So I started doing the Food Symposium. as a way to educate the chefs on what's going on out there as far as the new laws are concerned, as well as providing a platform for people to come in and meet these chefs, try their food. They actually can, buy food from them, as well as have entertainment. So it's just not a big lecture. It's an actual really nice event to come to, socialize, network, get some, great entertainment, some great information, and really good food. I have my staples now. I have people who are my staples now there, and then I also have new chefs coming. So this will be a great event.
Yes, and I am excited because, the times that I've come, I've been able to meet new people, also get new ideas and resources as well. So, what when you we all are very familiar with Chefs Cook at Home, and that's a whole huge conversation. And I would love to have you back to go more in details about that, because it's not really all the way legal.
It's coming across. Riverside County will be the first one to start the permitting process, and that starts June 6th.
Yes.
So Sacramento, we're on board, and it's coming around the corner. So just getting everybody prepared.
San Francisco is really huge with it, especially with the incubator kitchens.
Right.
I belong to a few incubator kitchens in San Francisco, so they're definitely paving the way with that. San Joaquin County, it's not really coming along. There's been some talks of an incubator kitchen here, but there's not really any motion on it, or I don't think it's really too many people that understand what an incubator kitchen is versus what is a home kitchen and what does that look like. And I kind of think that we're late on it. This is something we should have been doing,
right? I mean,
because people are gonna cook and sell out of their home no matter what.
I mean, if you think back in childhood, even your grandmother's childhood.
Oh yeah.
They had the hot plates.
Church ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I knew about it. That's how I grew up.
Right.
I grew up with my grandmother. My grandmother was an official chef, but that's how she made her living.
Exactly.
And so that's how I grew up with the church ladies.
Exactly. So it's the same kind of concept and so forth. And the Brazilian Center also will provide food, but it's been one of those things where it's been, like I said, a big wave of information, and the food has been amazing. And there's a lot of studies that show some great information as far as foodborne illnesses and things like that. So if you go to Facebook and go to the Big Girls Food blog, there's a lot of information on there that discusses that too. So
all right, and let's go ahead and jump into. Let's talk about the your blog.
Well, there's a lot of food group places out there. You can get online. You can there's a whole bunch of them. I actually run up one of them. I'm one of the administrators for one of them. But with the Big Girls Food blog, I wanted to do it because I wanted the chefs that I presented to already have their Serve Safe licensing and certification. So the ones I have been to training, have done catering, have some experience. I have one gentleman that didn't have any, and I pushed him to where now he's doing amazing. So all my chefs have been either promoted into their own restaurants or have their own businesses, catering businesses now, or even trucks now. Yes. So, they are moving forward into doing what they want to do. And so that's the purpose of it, basically, to get people more involved in what's going on. And so my blog actually have people that you can, it's a one-stop shop. Yes. If you need someone for baking, cooking, whatever you need, you can come to the Big Girls Food blog and we can get you that in one.
All right, and give them the information one more time.
The Big Girls Food blog is on Facebook. It's a group on there. You can actually go to Tina Cates, Tina, and my last name is Cates. And on my page, it has the Big Girls Food blog. You can push that, and it will give you just all the information there. The event is on there as well for June 9th.
All right, and I need for women in business to understand that Chef Tina is one of the leading chefs in Sacramento. I'm going to say that because of her network and her involvement with the chefs. When you come on board with Chef Tina, you just don't come on board, whatever. She really, really cares about you. She really takes you in. She really gets the information for you, and she really helps you grow. And that's something I admire about you a lot. And while I keep tagging you and keep inboxing you, you know, because it's very important, because you know, we see the things on TV, we see the things on the food shows, we see but we don't see the people that are really behind it. We don't see the people that really help launch or help people launch their careers. And what I love so much about your community is that everyone keeps coming back to you. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they do the business. You know, Chef Purnell is big in his own right, but you know, he wasn't even supposed to be there. He comes through, just comes anyway, bossing everybody. Exactly. Getting the free food to take home. You know, I'm like, I just fixed him some cannolis. I'm like, you know what, here you go. Here you are. Here you are. You know, what are you doing here? You know? But it's just so important that having reciprocal relationships is very, very important, especially in our industry. Definitely. And a lot of people don't understand. They try to come on for clout, or they try to come on for elevation. But what they don't realize is when you have a reciprocal relationship and when you are involved in a group or you are involved in a club, that it will take you longer. It'll take you a long way. You know, so that's something that I very much admire about this. Okay, so for June 9th, what are some of the things we can... Oh, so let me tell you, the last one, I don't know his name, the one that sung... He sung Milan.
He
sung it in Mandarinese.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
yes,
my
he did.
goodness.
He is amazing.
It was like the room was silence. Like, it was like, and my daughter was there, the one you heard just sung. She was just like in awe. She was like, he sang it in Mandarinese.
Yes, he's amazing. He is amazing. He's been on a lot of different shows.
Yes.
He's just amazing. And
he auditioned for American Idol.
American
as well.
Idol,
Oh,
for The Voice, and also he was on Sunday's Best.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Wow.
I think he was like third or second place in Sunday's Best.
Yes, and then before that, you had a wonderful port. That was on there before, and it was just he was just so uplifting.
My guy Tay Yanis, he just came back from Italy, and shout out to Tay Yanis, love him. That's my brother from another mother. Yes. He actually just came back from Italy. He's doing shows. He's doing amazing.
Yes. And then the chef that you had on Fox 40 with you.
Oh, yes.
He just blew up GQ.
Chef, yes.
Like, he just went GQ on us. He just went GQ.
Yeah, he's now a celebrity chef now. He goes and flies.
That's what we want to produce, right?
That's Chef Tom. Tommy, he is amazing. And
he is. And so, I said, look, I need me a bowl of gumbo before I can't get it no more from Mr. GQ.
Yes, he brought 2 pots of gumbo and sold out that night.
Yes, he did. And I made sure I got me some. I made sure on the side, one extra piece of cornbread. Yes, to do.
And he's one of the guys who started off with me. I had him start with me at before the Brazilian Center, we were at the Stellar Studios, and start with me at Rhythm and Poetry. And he's just blossomed into his own entity now. He actually has a soul food party going to be on the 26th, and you can get that information too off of my page. And so he's having his first hosting show of himself for himself.
Mr.
Of all
GQ.
his soul food.
I'm gonna call him Mr. GQ.
Yes. You should. He is.
Yes.
He's
so
great.
June 9th. Let's talk about June 9th. What can we come out and expect?
So June 9th, it's going to be the food symposium, the third food symposium.
Right, yes, I'm gonna put it up for you as well.
Yeah,
so you can see it.
It's the third food symposium, and it's going to be basically starting at 5 o'clock. Doors open at 5 o'clock. It will be from 5 to 8:30. We'll have a couple of great entertainers. I have Chris Jones, who is an amazing artist, and he plays the guitar. He's just amazing. And then I have someone else by the name of Mr. Ronald Matthews, and Ronald Matthews is the one-man band, so he'll be closing us out for the night. But I have a bunch of wonderful chefs that are coming. I do have a vegan chef coming, Naomi Moon. I hope she is there early because that food is good.
Yes.
She does a lot of great vegan things. She does vegan bowls, Caribbean bowls, soul food bowls. She does vegan tacos, mushroom tacos. I did not know I was going to like them. And I went over to see her this weekend at the African Marketplace, and I was in shock. I was like, I'll be a vegan messing with you.
Yes.
I do have some staples. The toffee lady from One Love Toffee, Sheila Roberts, she'll be there as well as the bartenders, the lovely bartenders. Beautiful Bartenders is their name, but they have been a great staple for us, and people love their drinks.
And they have the Jello shot.
Yes, they do. They have
said,
in
girl,
the jungle juice.
I gotta
and
take
yes.
mine home. Listen.
I have a new chef, Chef Dwight. He's going to be there. He's gotten some amazing pictures. I'm trying to figure out which pictures to post of his food. Just a lot of new people, as well as Monkham's Cookies, Cakes, and Cobblers will definitely be there with her sweet potato cobbler. But she's doing cheesecakes this time, so we'll check those out. And it's a lot. It's a lot. In fact, it's a lot. I also have a jewelry vendor this time who's selling paparazzi jewelry. So we're hoping that it's not raining, so we can use that front patio over there. It's a beautiful patio. And
It is.
Yes.
It's a really nice.
I would love to do that.
Yes, it's a really nice space. And once again, give them the address where it's going to be in the date.
So the food symposium will be June 9th. Doors open at 5 o'clock. It's going to be at the Brazilian Center for Cultural Exchange. That's at 2420 N Street. If you come to O Street, you'll see parking. There's a big parking area. To the left is the Clare School. As you're coming into the parking lot, it's a big building. To the right is the Brazilian Center, which is a smaller building, but you'll see the the Brazilian signs in the front and all the drawings and things, and just come in there. Tickets are $10. You can get tickets for $10 at the door. You can also get them on eventbrite.com under Food Symposium, and that will give you, your ticket and so forth. And basically, it's set up to where all the chefs will have samples for you, including the drink people will have samples for you to try, and then also for purchase as well. And then there'll be entertainment. I do have tables in the center for people to sit and dine and also enjoy the entertainment. So it's just a nice social event. Come after church, when you're hungry after church, you can come and get a good meal. The Brazilian Center will also be cooking for us that day too. So you can definitely have a great meal that day if you come to the, the food symposium.
And please come out. The tickets donation at $10. That will be to support the arts as well. Again, reiterate, the chefs will have samples. However, please purchase from them. The prices are very, very reasonable. I've been able to purchase from every single person and not break, my wallet, just to support everyone. Also get their cards, their information, find out more about them, find out more about home cooking, find out more about what's going on in the different counties in California and how we could just spread the word out there. I am so excited about that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take our first break. And then we are going to come back for part 2. Our part 2 is Candid Conversation. And we really going to talk about what it's like women in business.
All right.
All right, Chef Tobias Cooks here with the voice of San Joaquin, formerly known as the voice of Stockton. Please check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, radio apps. Check out me, Chef Tobias Cooks, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and radio apps at ChefTobiasCooks.com. See you for part 2, Women in Business with Chef Tina.
Thank you. Thank you.